So I recorded these videos on a Galaxy phone and then popped out the mini SD card and copied those files over to my computer. So you'll see them here in a folder called Video 1. And these are the files that I shot. And there's a couple of them. What I like to do is look at the size to help me determine which ones I want to upload. Because we did multiple takes. There were some that were really short, so you can see from the file size that they're tiny. And I know yesterday I didn't shoot any purposeful tiny shots. Maybe you did shoot some B-roll or something where they're just like real close-ups for just a couple seconds. But for the most part, I shot a couple of 1 minute long films. So I know that the first take that I shot is actually the one I want to use. And I also know that the last take that I shot was the one I want to use. So you can see here from the file size that this is the first one and this is the last one. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to upload them to my YouTube account. So I'll head over to YouTube and sign in. And then head up to the upload button in the upper right. And I'm going to leave this on unlisted and drag those two files over onto this box. So I'm going to hold down Command on my Mac and select those two files and then drag and drop them over here. And you'll see them uploading. So I'm going to pause the video while these guys upload. Okay, now that we've got these guys done, we're not going to set any of this metadata. I know I'll talk a lot in my other videos about setting this properly, but this doesn't matter because we're just using these as the original files that we're about to edit. So we can actually head right back over to Upload. And this is a little strange the way YouTube has done this, and head over to Video Editor and click the Edit button. So we can add a new project here. Let's just call this Jake's video. And then we can drag videos here. So we'll start just by taking the video that we just uploaded and drag and dropping it here. And we can...
What's up? This is Jake. Here to tell you what you're eating this week.
And we can move the beginning and end of this. He kind of has a little bit of a laugh in the beginning that we want to get rid of. But let's go ahead and... we can zoom in to make that a little easier. Zoom in down here.
Hey, what's up? This is Jake.
Actually, I kind of like the laugh. So let's move the playhead back. See if there's anything that needs to be cut here. Maybe that first little bit where he blinks. So we'll grab the end, just click on this video, grab that blue bar, and move it forward just a little bit to where that spot was. There we go. Let's give it a try.
What's up? This is Jake.
And this is, kind of a low quality video that we're previewing here. So let's go to the end of this file. I'm just going to scroll over here to the end of the file and see if we can look at that. And you can see you hear my voice in there a little bit. So let's just pick.
Pecan butter.
Okay, so at about 136 is the point where we should be stopping this. And actually, this is kind of a nice feature. You can just split this clip here wherever the playhead is. And now you've got two clips.
What's up? This is Jake.
And we'll scroll back over and just highlight that one. And then in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little X, so we can click that and remove that piece.
Hey, what's up?
It is a little annoying that it keeps restarting this over every time I do that. But so now the next thing you'll do is you'll find the second clip. And this is a pretty simple edit because it's just two clips. And take that guy and drag it down right after this one. And we're going to do the same thing here.
Everything this week.
So let's get that playhead over here.
Hey,
Whoa.
what's up? This is Jake.
Oops. Find the spot where they transition. Click on the time down here to get the playhead there. Let's hit play.
All right.
And so 139, we can do that again. We can split the clip here. And then
Hey, what's up? This is Jake.
I'm going to zoom this out a little bit to make this a little easier to work with. So this is the clip that we're going to cut. So we just click the X.
Hey, what's up? This is
Okay, so then we get to the end. Once again, click on the timeline down here and find where we want it to end. scroll this guy over.
You've got honey lime wasabi, and that's about it.
Okay, so it kind of ends a little strange here. Let's see if we can find a good spot to end this video.
It's going to add tons of flavor. This week you've got honey lime wasabi.
And so that's where I'm going to cut this. So we'll go here. We click on the little scissors to split the clip here.
Hey, what's up? This is Jake.
And scroll all the way over to the end. And click on the little X. So now we have a video.
Hey, what's up? This is Jake. Here to tell you what you're eating this week. Got a few things.
Okay, and then you look through that, make sure everything looks great. You can do some changes here when you click on these guys. You can change the brightness. You can have it auto fix. You can do some panning, zooming, stabilizing, things like that. There's a lot of options, but for the most part, I think all you really are going to need to do is just put a couple of video clips together that you've shot and then export that into one continuous file that you will upload or that you will have on YouTube that your viewers will watch. So once you're happy, just scroll up to the top where it says create video, and we're going to create that video. And it says sit tight and come back to this page in a little while. We're processing this in this video. Check back later. So I'm going to pause the video while it processes. And you'll just leave this page open in your browser while you wait. But you can move on to other tasks on your computer while it's processing. Okay, so it seems like we've gotten stuck at 90%. So I'm going to push the refresh button and see if it's actually done. Hey,
what's up?
Hey, look at that. It actually is done. So just a note, if it gets stuck somewhere, feel free to push refresh and see where you're at actually. So now we've got this video done here, and I'm just going to turn this down so that I can play it without listening to Jake every single time. And you can see here we go most of the way through. And I think this is about the point where it's going to switch to the other video. That's perfect. That looks good. And we're going to go to the end. And there we go. So we've made it to the end of the video. Everything looks great. So now I would go on to doing a better job of naming this video. We can go over to the edit, info, and settings and set up tags. Once again, YouTube editor, not a good tag. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And let's put everything, some great information in there. Okay, so once we've set a description and a good title and some tags, we're going to go ahead and make this video public. And you can send out a message to your Google Plus followers or your Twitter followers. You can add it to a playlist if you want, and then hit publish. And that video is now available on your YouTube channel. So the last thing I like to do is go in and clean up these files. Going to Creator Studio, and I'm going to clean up my original files. I don't need those anymore. So Video Manager. And then click on the checkbox next to the original files, which I don't need. And then Actions and Delete. And I'm going to delete these two videos. And so the only thing remaining is the proper video that is the finished video.